Everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Honorable Councilman Rob Donovan.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, thank you. Believe it or not, we really don't have any special recognitions or tributes, but we'll catch up for that in the next meeting with at least 20. Welcome to the 2016 regular meeting of Livonia City Council. This is a voting meeting. Minutes of this meeting will be approved at the next regular meeting scheduled to be held on Monday, May 29th, 2025. Before I have our clerk take the roll, I just wanted to point out our TVs, we are having some issues inside. We do have these, but if there's any clarification anybody wants, we can answer those as we go. But it is a live feed still to the public. With that being said, Madam Clerk, will you please take the roll?
Councilmember Donovan.
Here.
Vice President Tashnik.
Here.
Councilmember Budzinski.
Here.
Councilmember Shield.
Here.
Councilmember Morgan.
Here.
Councilmember Toy. Here. President McCullough.
Here. And we have all 7 members present. I will now entertain a motion for the minutes from the regular meeting of the City Council held on, we do, yes, I'm going to go right over to Councilwoman Shield because we did have a clarification.
Right. I just wanted to, so I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as corrected. And I did have corrections I'd like to the minutes. It is for...
Support. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. It is for motion number 123-25, and it's after the residents' comments, but before President McCullough offered a substitute motion. I'd like to make sure that we show the passing of the gavel, that the gavel was passed, was offered to be passed to Vice President Tashnik, and then went, her reasons for not accepting it, and then it went to Councilman Toy. And then also, at the end, that it was then passed back to the President at the end of those discussions.
Cool. Council, any remarks?
For sure.
All right. So that is in the minutes. Audience, any concerns, clarifications on that? Madam Clerk, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Donovan.
Aye.
Vice President Tashnik.
Aye.
Councilmember Budzinski.
Aye.
Councilmember Shield.
Aye.
Councilmember Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Toy.
Aye.
President McCullough.
Aye. And the minutes carry. Jumping right into audience communication, the council set aside 30 minutes for items that are not presently on the agenda. If you'd like to address council, make your way to either podium, name and address, and 3 minutes. Good evening.
Hey, good evening. Steve King, 33950 Coventry. Well, this Wednesday meeting, it's cutting into my pickleball. Just came flying off the court, sweating. I don't know if you heard there was black smoke at the Sistine Chapel. Did you hear that for the first vote? Well, good news is there's white smoke coming from Bates.
No, I heard.
Bates opened late this afternoon. Right. So there's the white smoke we were looking for. Okay, a couple of things. Trash pickup day for me today. Priority waste comes to get the recycling. I just happened to be home. I'm glad I was. I don't know if you know how it works now. They have the arm, grabs the container, throws it in the dumpster in front of the truck, then that dumpster dumps into the rest of the truck. Okay, so the guy, he was trying to empty the front dumpster into the truck that was completely full. And he had left a trail of litter down. So I came run out there and said, dude, your truck's full. Got to go dump it. And he did. He left the route, and he went to dump the route. And then I picked up, all the 25 pieces of trash and litter he left behind. So my question is there any kind of oversight? Does anybody revisit contracts? Does anybody ride with priority waste? I mean, I've heard other issues too. I don't know, people, do they follow up on any of this stuff? And if they don't, I wish they would start. Okay. I hate to be a Debbie Downer. I come up here all the time. But Jerome Powell came out today and kept interest rates the same because he says there's a huge economic problem in this country. 20,000 UPS layoffs. McDonald's just had its worst quarter since COVID. Intel just started using a robotic chip inspector after laying off hundreds of humans. And I bring this up because we are pushing a millage, and there's a full court media press on this thing. And we just got to take a pause. We have to wait to see what happens with this economic uncertainty. I don't know if you follow the social media sites, but already there's over 1,100 no's for this millage. And those numbers are growing, the opposition is growing, and it's about to get organized. I am in every walk of life in this. I just came from the pickleball court. There was 8 no's there. I'm everywhere I go. So this is something you guys are going to have to really think about. 2 millages just failed last night, Mount Clemens and Clawson. So millages do fail. So it's time to start talking about Plan B. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. King. Anybody else for audience communication? Good evening.
Good evening, all. Rob Drzwicki, Director of Government Affairs on behalf of the Mayor's Office. Just a reminder to our council members as well as a announcement to those out in TV land. Neighborhood grants applications are open right now. You can find the information on the Livonia.gov website. The due date is May 31st. In the past, for those who have utilized the service a lot, in the past we've extended that deadline to make sure we had enough folks in there to fulfill. But we've also noticed over the past few years, a lot of folks didn't know about it in time and were asking for their block parties and such later on in the summer. So we're going to hold steady to that May 31st deadline, and with the money left over from that run, we're going to hopefully do a second run of neighborhood grants later on in the summer, maybe catch some of those fall fundraisers and other beautification efforts. So check out your information on the website and make sure to get that application in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good evening.
Hello, Laura Jonica, Munger Street. Just a quick question for you. I haven't heard anything about the handicap bathroom status. I don't know if there's a meeting planned. I don't know if we're waiting till after the millage. I don't have any clue, so if you can fill us in on that.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, I'm going to jump over to council communications. Council?
Mr. President?
Yes.
Thank you. So I just wanted to give a couple shout outs. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to go to the Livonia Youth Symphony Orchestra concert. Clerk Miller was there as well. We were entertained by show tunes, and we had beginning violinists as young as, I believe, 6 years old, all the way on up. They did a fabulous job. If you ever get the opportunity to go see our young musicians in action, it is a great community organization. And then this Saturday, along that lines, the LSO opens their season at 4 o'clock at the Clarenceville Auditorium. I'm told they're going to be celebrating the 75th anniversary of our city and the 150th anniversary of the Felicians. So this is going to be quite the concert. I'm looking forward to it. I will be there and hope to see some of you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Councilman Donovan.
Thank you, Mr. President. A resident had reached out and asked if we would recognize ALS Awareness Month. She included a lot of great information in there, so all the residents are struggling with that, or family members struggling with ALS. It's ALS Awareness Month, so just want to kind of put that out there at TV land.
Looking at you because I know what it entails. Isn't that where you dump a bucket on someone's head?
Yes.
That
Nice.
is the Ice Bucket Challenge.
He
yes,
kept
Mr.
staring at me.
President.
Sorry for the intrusion on him.
Yes. As much as I'd like to pour ice on top of your head, going to pass. And then I also want to acknowledge the Livonia Prayer Breakfast. It was the 51st year, I believe, the Livonia Prayer Breakfast has taken place in Livonia. A few hundred people recognizing Christ. It was really nice. A lot of people over at St. Mary's Church. Just a really nice time and great breakfast. And looking forward to another 51 successful years of our Livonia Prayer Breakfast. Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Councilwoman Toy.
Thank you. Well, this Sunday is Mother's Day, and to all those mothers out there and non-mothers and fur mothers, happy Mother's Day. And also, it's Nurses Week, and I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever had, obviously, sick people in your family, et cetera, but honestly, they do an outstanding job. Most of them. We always get one that can be a little crotchety, but for the most part, nurses are fabulous people that do fabulous things, and hats off to them. I've been through it with my mom and my brother, both in home care and hospital, and I'll tell you, we had some terrific people. Of course, they were at University of Michigan Hospital, but that goes beyond saying. Anyhow, I also wanted to,
if I may, Mr. Chair, if it's appropriate at this time, I'd like to ask for a committee of the whole. And that committee of the whole, I would like to inquire about different city departments as it relates to procedures and protocol with our city charter, if I may. Thank you.
Do we have support?
Support.
Do you have discussion or just open it up for that?
I'll wait
Perfect.
for my colleagues.
Council?
So you're, sorry, so you're putting this in the committee of the whole?
Correct.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
All right. And so we have a motion, we have support. Any comments from the audience? Madam Clerk, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Donovic.
Aye.
Vice President Tashnik.
Aye.
Councilmember Budzinski.
Aye.
Councilmember Shield.
Aye.
Councilmember Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Toy.
Aye.
President McCullough.
Aye. And the motion carries 7-0.
Thank you.
Any other
Thank
council
you.
communications? Councilwoman Budzinski.
Yes, well, it's also Teacher Appreciation Week, so to our colleague and teacher here, Martha, happy week. Thanks for all you do. Thank you to all of our teachers out there. You make a huge difference in our kids' lives and in our families' lives, and we appreciate it. In addition to the prayer breakfast last week, it was also Livonia Day of Unity and Prayer in the evening at Madonna University, and it was a beautiful event as well. I was able to attend both and really enjoyed them. The Unity evening was at Madonna University, which is where my coffee hour will be on May 17th. I host a coffee hour each month, normally at the library. This month, since I've invited all of the council candidates to come and speak for 4 minutes, introduce themselves, share any information that they'd like, I thought we might need bigger space than what I had arranged for the meeting. So we'll be at Madonna University's Welcome Center at 11 o'clock until 1 o'clock. Feel free to come, introduce yourselves to the candidates, hear from them. There won't be questions for them in a panel format, but, folks can talk after and hang around if they'd like. So hope to see you there. Finally, as many of you may remember, back in February, I made a motion asking the administration to conduct a structural analysis of Noble, and it was approved. We gave a 60-day timeline, and that is up on Friday. Now, I've been in close contact with the administration about Noble, and while there's no quick fix, there is a desire to see action taken. And I'd like to put the topic of long-term development of the Noble building and site into the Economic Development and Strategic Planning Committee.
Do we have support?
Support.
Floor is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'd like to put it in this committee because I think it's about, what is the vision for this site? It's been talked about for a really long time, and I think we're all frustrated by that. And we want to see some direction, some clear direction and a plan of action about what the future is going to look like there, which is why I think it's appropriate to be in a strategic planning committee. And I look forward to having the administration there to present their findings from, again, the motion that was made back in February. So I'll be scheduling that out, hopefully later this month with the holidays. We'll see how it goes, but as soon as possible, I will have that meeting scheduled.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Youth before old age. Go ahead.
I was going to say beauty, but it's okay. Thanks, Mr. President. Thanks to my colleague, Councilwoman Budzinski. I'm always excited when we talk about Noble because I think it's about time this city actually steps up to the plate and does what's right and demolish Noble. It's been a waste on our city taxpayers for a long time. It's been something I've been dealing with since I got on council back in 2019. It was closed for mold. Back in 2019, it was barely used. It was open 3 days a week, maybe. It's about time we focus on one central state-of-the-art library and give our library director and the respective staff and our residents a central state-of-the-art library that will serve the needs of tomorrow and long into the future. And I hope that something comes out of this committee. Thank you, Councilman Budzinski. We've had a lot of conversations about it. I'm looking forward to the fact we'll continue to have the discussion about how much money it's really going to cost to revitalize a building that the Library Commission decommissioned. The Library Commission, they're experts in all things library, and the Library Commission said this no longer needs to be a library building, and they got rid of that. So now we have a vacant building sitting there because politics and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to having some more conversation and seeing the wrecking ball one day. Thank you, Councilwoman.
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman Toy.
if I may go once again, I don't know if this is appropriate. I'm not trying to be political here because obviously I'm not a politician. But I do want to say that we have some very fine people in the audience, and many of them have been here every single meeting. And they're candidates that are going to represent our city one day. And I'd like them to just stand up and wave to the camera because I give you kudos for being here and sitting through this stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. All right,
We're still in the motion?
we're still on the motion. You guys are now in the minutes of that motion, and that's cool.
Mr. President, I think,
pulled this up.
Mr. President, I think they were out of order,
Point of order.
led by Councilmember Toy. Now I'm out of order. Sorry.
We love you. With that being said, any more
Budzinski still has
comments?
the
Yeah,
floor.
Councilwoman Budzinski.
Yes, I just wanted to just say that, to be clear, the Noble Building was decommissioned. What I'd like to see our conversation, I mean, again, I want to have a understanding of what's going on with the building. I also want to talk to residents and stakeholders and see what is the vision for that site. Again, that's why I think it's important to have a strategic plan. Well, personally, I would like to see it used as a community space. We lack space in this city that's rentable for residents, community groups, even for city business. But that is the purpose. So let's see what direction it takes, and thank you to my colleagues for always having an open mind.
Awesome. Any other communication from
I just-
council? Yes.
What committee do you have it going to?
The Economic and Strategic Planning.
Okay,
Committee.
thank you.
All right. Anything from the audience on this motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Donovic,
Aye.
Vice President Tashnik,
Aye.
Councilmember Budzinski,
Aye.
Councilmember Shield,
Aye.
Councilmember Morgan,
Aye.
Councilmember Toy,
Aye.
President McCullough.
Aye. And the motion carries 7-0. Any other council communications? I do have a request from our Parks Department. So we have the Memorial Day ceremony coming up. The City of Livonia cordially invites everyone to participate in the special Memorial Day ceremony Saturday, May 24th, 9 a.m., corner 5 in Farmington. Come join your fellow neighbors and friends to pay homage to our veterans. Music are going to be performed by the Livonia Civic Chorus and the Chargers, the Churchill High School Band. So go Chargers. Great. It's always a great event if you've never attended. I know obviously a lot of our, a lot of the people running for office, it's a great event. If you've not been there,
Yeah.
please join up. This is kind of the tour to see all the fun stuff. And I know a lot of you guys have been attending, so not discounting that. So I do have council announcements for the business. The item 22, which is our committee of the whole, the petitioner has requested that be tabled. So the item 22 will be tabled. And just to touch base, I did, believe it or not, I know I can come up here and make a lot of complaints and yell and do all this other stuff, but I want to give some kudos out. While the timing has been a little bit longer, I did want to touch base and give our DPW a shout out. So I've been asking to tour, allowing our council members to be able to tour Noble, just to be able to see it. And obviously, there's a lot of environmental factors that go into that. And we received word today that that is being set up with the coordination. So appreciate that. And, then we can get in there and at least just take a look, just to see what's going on. And then, this is still the open mic, so I'm not making any motions, but just to state that I too would love to see something happen to that building, whether it be. So it has been sitting there, and it is. It's not good for the community when we have a building that's been sitting there for close to now, 7 years, 6 years. So we got to make some plans. Obviously, everybody knows where I stand on, so I'm not going to get fully into that. I did want to say that, what else do we have coming up city-wise? I'll just touch base the next time. There's always something fun. You guys could probably come up for the audience. So with that, I'm going to then jump into reports from the mayor and other city officials, which we do not have any. And I'm going to move right into the consent agenda, which is items 1 through 21 on the consent agenda will be voted on as one item. These items were previously discussed at the April 28th meeting and determined to be non-controversial.
So moved.
Support.
I got motion by Donovic, support by Vice President. Any comments from council? Anything from the audience? Madam Clerk, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Donovic,
Aye.
Vice President Tashnik,
Aye.
Councilmember Budzinski,
Aye.
Councilmember Shield.
Aye.
Councilmember Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Toy.
Aye.
President McCullough.
Aye. And the consent agenda passes 7-0. Again, item 22 has been tabled. That will come back at another day. We're going to jump into unfinished business as item number 23 is a request to waive the hard surfacing ordinance requirement. This comes to us from Steve Crute for the use of asphalt millings. Council,
Mr. President,
Go ahead.
I'll offer approving.
Support.
any discussion from council? Anything from the audience? Mr. Crute, you have an approving, so you just back away.
Yeah.
Madam
Enjoy
Clerk, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Donovan.
Aye.
But I'm just.
Vice President Tashnik.
Aye.
Councilmember Budzinski.
Aye.
Councilmember Shield.
Aye.
Councilmember Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Toy.
Aye.
President McCullough.
Aye. And the item carries 7-0. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
Have a great one.
You too.
Moving on to new business. Item number 24 is a request to accept the stormwater facilities maintenance agreement. Comes to us from the engineering division in reference to GCH Portillo's LLC in conjunction with the construction of a storm drain system that provides adequate drainage for the Portillo's hot dogs. Portillo's restaurant. Is it Portillo's hot dogs? Yeah. All right, fair enough.
It is.
All right, I didn't know that because I'm thinking we're giving this.
Is it the hot dog water?
Is it the hot dogs that is getting this? I'm just messing. Now I digress. Mr. Zelinsik, please. Oh, no, hang on.
Mr. President, I'll
Yes.
offer an approving.
Support.
Donovic, Vice President, you have the
Thank you,
floor.
Council President, council members. I want to say thank you for putting this on regular. We've been a long road to get to this point. They had to get a Wayne County permit. It's been a long road to get to this point. They opened up last July. So this helps them get their full CFO once they get this accomplished. So I want to thank the council. I try to get this to the Wayne County for recording, so that way we can close it out and work with Building Inspection Department. So thank you for your efforts to make this move.
Anything for those hot dogs?
Thanks.
Mr. President, I just want to acknowledge the engineer. They're working through a lot on this site over here with Wayne County and
Always a fun time.
appropriate authorities and the developer over there. So if it wasn't for the engineering, this would have been more of a mess. So they figured it all out. A lot of moving parts over there. So good job to those guys.
We are fortunate to have the team we have.
Yes, sir.
With that, anything from the audience? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Donovan.
Aye.
Vice President Tashnik.
Aye.
Councilmember Budzinski.
Aye.
Councilmember Shield.
Aye.
Councilmember Morgan.
Aye.
Councilmember Toy.
Aye.
President McCullough.
Aye. And that carries 7-0. Listen, that concludes the regular agenda. I'm going back to the audience for items that are not currently on the agenda. Once, twice gone.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I just want to make a quick comment. If you look around Livonia, we really live in a great place. We really do. I mean, the flowering trees that people have in their yards, and they're starting to plant spring flowers, you know, it's so special to live in a community and have a council and our government that at least get along with each other and not, I'm
Some
always
days,
scared
I mean,
to
we
sit
have
next to
fun.
this guy. If somebody throws something, I can't
Listen, he
duck
wanted
that
to throw
quick.
ice on me a minute ago.
In all seriousness, I just wanted to say that because, you know, it's a great place to live. Linda helped on the school board all those years and, you know, it's just kind of cool. And, you know, as we leave in the next, 6 months we got, Rob, Scotty, you know, those that will step in for us and Linda, sorry, Linda, I didn't mean to forget you,
you're
but
fine.
the four of us, you know, you're just so privileged to be up here. Of course, for me, time and time again, but, you know, it's been a great ride in many ways. So I just want to compliment those Livonia residents that keep up their properties and do the kinds of things and create good public safety as well. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
I
for
think
letting me
Blocks
do
is
that.
opening up pretty soon.
And
That's
Blocks
how
is
I always
opening,
use that
yeah.
as the gauge on the
There you go.
Blocks is when it opens, that means spring is here.
And then I'd like to adjourn if that's okay.
Support.
With that, I'm going to adjourn the meeting at 7:25. Thank you, Livonia, and we'll see you at 8.
I think this is our shortest record.
Yeah, we did it.